Good morning, boys and girls. I'm Miss Lisa, and we're going to do springtime story time. So today we're going to read books all about springtime, my favorite time of year. We're going to start off by singing our good morning song with our friend, Rocky the Rhino. Join me if you remember the words. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Excellent. All right. So the first book that we're going to start with is a book called And Then It's Spring, written by Julie Fogliano. And then it's spring. First, you have brown. All around you have brown. And then there are seeds. And a wish for rain. And then it rains. And it is still brown, but a hopeful, very possible sort of brown. And is that a little green? No, it's just brown, sort of brown. And then it is a week. And you worry about those little seeds. And if maybe it was the birds. Or maybe it was the bears and all that stomping. Because bears can't read signs that say things like, please do not stomp here. There are seeds and they are trying. And then it is one more week. And the brown, still brown, has a greenish hum that you can only hear if you put your ear to the ground and close your eyes. And then it is one more week. And a sunny day. That sunny day that happens right after the rainy day. And you will walk outside to check on all that brown. But the brown isn't around. And now you have green. All around you have green. So let's read one other book right now about spring called Splish Splash Spring. This is kind of a short book, but it has beautiful illustrations. It's written by Jan Carr. Splish Splash Spring. It does rain a lot in the spring. Spring is sloppy, so raindroppy. Stomp in puddles and splash about. Sun comes peeking, hide and seeking. Days are playful, spring's a sprout. Chit, chit, cheeping. Who's that peeping? Baby robins beg for bugs. Better dig one, get a big one. Grub up earthworms, shiny slugs. Hocus pocus, there's a crocus. Plucky petals, brave the chill. Frilly, silly, daffodilly, willy-nilly down the hill. Kites are swooping, loop-de-looping, snapping, flapping, look at me. Wind comes whipping, grip is slipping, tangle, dangle up a tree. Boughs are bloomy, so perfumey. Thunder threatens, skips, skidoo. Race the raindrops, window pane drops. I picked posies just for you. Let's do the itsy bitsy spider song. Join me if you know the words. Here's a spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Hooray! All right. Bye, spider. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. All right, the next book I'd like to read to you is a little bit longer. It's really a beautiful book called Fletcher and the Springtime Blossoms. And there's Fletcher right there, that little fox. And this is written by Julia Rawlinson. The woods were full of the chirping, bustling, sing-song sounds of spring. Fletcher bounced along with his nose in the air, sniffing the just burst buds of flowers and playing chase with butterflies. With his head spinning with sights and sounds, he tumbled happily down the hill into the sunny orchard. But when he picked himself up from the ground, he couldn't believe his eyes. A soft breeze danced through the branches, carrying snowy flakes. Snow so late in the spring, thought Fletcher. It will be too cold for the buds and butterflies. There's no time to lose. Looking for someone to tell, he trotted back up the hill and passed a pair of birds cuckooing on a branch. You've flown to your summer home too soon, Fletcher cried. I've been down to the orchard and there's more snow on the way. Then we should fly back south, they called. But first we must tell Porcupine. He's just come out of his bed of leaves. He needs to snuggle back down or he'll freeze. Fletcher and the birds found Porcupine stretching and scratching. There's snow on the way. panted Fletcher. I saw it in the orchard. It will be too cold for the butterflies. The birds will need to fly south, and you must hide away. Then I should crawl back into my bed, snuffled Porcupine sadly. But first we must tell Squirrel that he needs to hunt for food. He's eaten his winter store of nuts. He'll need to find some more. Fletcher, the birds, and Porcupine found Squirrel scampering after sunbeams. Snow is blowing in from the orchard, gasped Fletcher. It will be too cold for the butterflies. The birds will need to fly south. Poor Porcupine must go back to bed, and you must find some food. You're right. I've eaten my spring feast, said Squirrel, and all my stores are gone. But before I hunt for more, we need to tell the rabbits to munch as much grass as they can before the snow falls. Fletcher, the birds, Porcupine, and Squirrel hurried off again. The rabbits were rolling down the hill next to their burrow. Stop playing, cried Fletcher. There's more snow blowing in from the orchard. It will be too cold for the butterflies. The birds will need to fly south. Poor Porcupine must go back to bed. Squirrel needs to find food, and you must munch more grass. Before we eat, said the rabbits, staggering dizzily to their feet, let's go play in the snow. So the rabbits hoppity-roly-poly plopped down the hill through the woods. They were chased by Squirrel, Porcupine, the birds, and Bouncy, full of importance, Fox, all the way to the orchard, where the ground was white with blossoms. Blossoms bobbing in the branches. Blossoms blowing in the breeze. Blossoms blanketing the ground. And not a snowflake to be found. Those are blossoms, not snow, you foolish fox, the animal cried. Fletcher blinked and rubbed his eyes, feeling very silly. But then the animal scooped up pawfuls and clawfuls of blossoms from the ground and covered him in a tickly shower of fluttering white petals. Fletcher and his friends ran and played between the trees until at last they all collapsed in a blossomy, soft, white heap. Then the birds fluttered back to their branch with beakfuls of blossoms to line their nests. Porcupine snuffled off up the slope, his quills dotted with tiny white petals. Squirrel went chasing up and down trees after snow white petals dancing in the breeze. And the rabbits bounced back up the hill with blossoms to brighten their burrow. But Fletcher just lay smiling in his soft bed of petals, watching the blossoming branches bobbing overhead. Terrific story. He thought the blossoms were snow. Okay, our last book today for our springtime story time is called Spring is Here, written by Will Hillenbrand. Spring is here. Mole woke up. Is it spring, he wondered? He opened the window to smell the air. Sniff, sniff, sniff. He dressed and tiptoed past Bear's bedroom and stepped outside. He felt mud under his feet. Squish, squish, squish. Spring is here, cried Mole. I must tell Bear. Mole rapped on Bear's window. Replied Bear. Mole dashed inside and knocked on Bear's door. Replied Bear. Mole tickled Bear's nose. Swish, 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 swish. Replied Bear. Mole played his horn for Bear. Toot, toot, toot. Replied Bear. Oh dear, sighed Mole. Spring is here and Bear must get up. Mole thought and thought. Then he scampered outside. He gathered, he milked, he churned, he poured, he mixed, he baked. Finally, he shuffled into Bear's room. Wake up, Bear, mumbled Mole. Spring is here. Yum, replied Bear. Then he looked at Mole. Wake up, Mole, said Bear. Spring is here. Replied Mole. The end. That's a cute story. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to sing our goodbye song. And if you know the words, sing along with me. All right, Rocky. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Hooray! Well, thanks for joining me and Rocky today. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.